Roll it up. Hello guys, welcome to today's Pilates. You can start with a roll down. Just do one more inhale. And exhale to roll it down. Relax the body completely and swing the arms forwards and backwards. Pass the legs. And then we stop the swinging. We breathe in and exhale to roll it back up. Lengthen up through the spine. That's it. And just roll that shoulders back. Roll the shoulders back. And then from there, lay onto your back. Onto your back. That's it. Okay, lay onto your back. Then imprint the spine. So you breathe in and exhale to imprint. So lower to hip. And inhale to release. And exhale to imprint the spine. So then lower rib closer to the hip. And release. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, release, and exhale. Now, the next one, we're going to do quite big hip rolls. So you rock the hips forwards and backwards. So now it's not an imprint anymore. It's tilting the pelvis towards your nose and then away from your nose. So you're moving that lower back for you. Yeah, so get as much movement as you can. Curling that pubic bone up to the nose and sending it away from the nose. And rolling it up and rolling it away. So tilting that pelvis, getting nice movement into the lower back. That's it. And then from there, especially the left foot, open the right knee, slide the leg away, roll the toe in and drag the foot back. Reverse, slide that foot away, roll the toe out and bring it back. Then press the right foot in the floor, open the left knee, slide the leg away, roll the toe in, bring it back. Reverse, slide the foot away, roll the toe in and bring it back. Okay, so firmly press into that left foot, open the right knee without the hip lifting, the opposite hip. Slide the leg away and roll the toe in and drag the foot back. Reverse, sliding the foot away, rolling the toe up and dragging it back, firmly pressing into the right foot. Opening the left knee, making sure that the right hip is not lifting. As you glide the foot away, turn the toe in, grab, pull it back in the leg, and then push it out, and then just roll that toe out inside and bring it back. Now from there, we're going to do a spinal rotation. So you're going to lay onto your side. So heels in line with the bum cheeks. And that's it. Hands stretched out in front of you, ribcage lifted. So inhale to lift and exhale to rotate towards the back. Inhale to hold and exhale to stay. Inhale to hold and exhale to lengthen through the fingertips and bring it all the way to the front. Inhale to lift and reach up to the ceiling. Exhale to rotate towards the back. Inhale to hold, exhale to stay, and then inhale and exhale to bring it all the way to the front. Okay, now you're going to do it on the other side, so you're just flipping over. So heels in line with the bum cheeks, ribcage lifted, inhale to lift, and exhale to rotate towards the back. Inhale, hold, and exhale, stay. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Recruit the abdominals, lengthen through that fingertips, and bring it all the way to the front. Inhale to lift the arm up to the ceiling. Exhale to rotate towards the back. Inhale, hold, and exhale, stay. Inhale, hold, and exhale to lengthen through the fingertips and bring it all the way to the front. That's it. Okay, now we're going to bring it into a cat stretch. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips kind of thing, and then press the spine up to the ceiling, top of the head down. Inhale, hold, and exhale to bring it back into straight back. eye line, arch the back, lower back, and then bring it back to center, straight back, and then push the spine up to the ceiling, top of the head down, bring it back to center, and then lift the eye line, arch the back, and then bring it back to center. Now lay onto your back for hip rolls, and then after that we're going to do the 100. So feet hip distance apart, pressing the arms down into the floor. Inhale and exhale to imprint and roll it up, sending the kneecaps around, squeezing the bum, inhale, and exhale to roll it back down one vertebra at a time. Inhale and exhale to imprint and roll it up, keeping the spine away from the mat. Inhale and exhale to bring it back down. So your feet you want to have a little closer to the bum, almost as if you can touch the heels. Inhale and exhale to imprint and roll up, pressing into that arms for me. Inhale, hold, and then exhale to roll it through down. Now we're going to do the 100. For the 100, you can keep the knees together and the feet down, or you can do it a little bit more advanced with the knees up. Or if you are up for a challenge, you are going to do at a 90-degree angle, putting the foot down on the inhale, and then on the exhale, we're just going to switch it over. So inhale, putting the foot down on the floor, and exhale. So your femur is coming forward. The femur is moving forward as you are doing the 100. Inhale and exhale. And inhale through the nose, and exhale. And inhale, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last 2 sets. Last 1 set. Bring the legs together, bring the head down, bring the feet down. Now we're going to do the teaser. So the teaser, you can use your circle, or if you don't have a circle, then you can squeeze a cushion or something. The feet need to be further away from the body. If it's too close, it's going to be very hard to get up. So lift the right knee to tabletop. Hands slightly overhead. Inhale to lift it above the shoulders. Connect the lower abdominals and then press into the foot and you come up. Lengthen the leg. The knees are next to each other. Inhale to lift and then exhale. Slowly bring it back down. Pressing into the foot. And squeezing into the ring. Inhale to lift. Exhale. Engage the under armpit muscles, pressing into that foot on the floor. Inhale to lift. And exhale to bend, pressing into the foot and squeeze the ring as you come down. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale. Bringing it back down. Putting the brakes on as you're coming back down. Squeeze the bum. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze into that ring and bring it back down. Now, switch it over. Just put the feet next to each other and lift the other leg. Firmly press there. Into the foot, inhale and exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale to press into the foot and bring it back down. Inhale to lift, nod the chin, connect. Exhale to flex forward. Inhale to lift and exhale. Press into that ring and press into the foot as you come down. Inhale, lift, engaging that under armpit muscle, squeezing that bum. Inhale to lift and exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Engage and exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale to bring it down. Now, we are going to do both knees lifted now. If you can't do this one, then carry on 2 on each side with a single leg. Inhale to lift the arms, engage the under armpit muscles, squeeze the knees. Exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale. Squeeze the knees and come down. If you feel you can't lengthen the legs, then just keep it bent. Inhale, engage the under armpit muscles. Squeeze into that ring, squeeze the knees. Inhale, and lift, and exhale. And bring it back down. Nice. So 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze that knees. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze into the knees. That's it. Inhale to lift, engaging the under armpit muscles, squeezing the legs. Inhale to lift and exhale. One more for love. And inhale and exhale. Inhale to lift and exhale. Squeeze. That's it. And bring it back down. Nice. Stretch and reach the hands and feet away from each other. And relax the arms, circle the arms down next to your side. Now just roll to the side, press yourself up. Now we're going to sit up. You're going to squeeze the knees together and the feet is next to each other. Now you're going to go to the one side, onto the bum. But first, before you do that, roll off the back of the sit bones, shoulder blades slide together. Inhale through the nose and exhale, engage the abs. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the knees and press into the feet and just come forward. So now it's just on two bum cheeks, just to get yourself used to with your placement of your torso. Squeeze bum, so abs, bum, knees and feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. There we go. Now we're going to do that. So we're sitting tall, roll off the back of the sit bones, and then go onto the one bum cheek. Now bring the hands on above the upper knee. That's it. Turn the palms up to the ceiling. You're going to slowly roll back and exhale. Thumb up. So the bottom foot is firmly pressing into the floor. That's it. And you want to feel like a crunch here in the obliques. So you want to squeeze the bum. You want to use the abs. Squeeze the knees. And press into the foot. That's 4, 3, squeeze that bum. 2, and 1. Bring it back to center. Open the legs and just rest the body forward. And then roll it back up. Lengthen up. Put the legs together. Now you're going to do exactly the same position, starting position. So we roll off the back of the sit bone, shoulder blades slide together. Now on the same cheek, you're going to just do that. Bring the hands exactly the same as what you've done before. Now, roll down a little bit lower. You're going to lift the feet. Inhale and then exhale. Lengthen. Keep on to that one cheek. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Oh. Tina, do you want to do ab exercise? He needs it. Okay, so now we're going to do again the other side. So with 2 exercises. Feet together, toes down. You can roll off the back of the sit bones, shoulder blades slide together, lower rib into the body. Move on to the one bum cheek. Bring the hands on the upper knee above, so lower down and exhale. So you want to crunch into the obliques. You want to engage the abs, squeeze the bum, squeeze the knees, and press into the bottom foot. 2 more. Sit and just bring it back to center. Relax the body down. And then roll it up. Lengthen up through the spine. Bring the legs together again. Go back onto that bum cheek. Roll off the back of the sit bones. Palms up. Now roll a little lower. Lift the feet. Inhale and exhale. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And bring it back down. That's it. The feet out there. Lengthen the legs. Inhale and exhale to nod the chin. Spider crawl the fingers forward. Pull the toes back. Inhale and exhale. Engage the abs. Squeeze the bum and roll it up. Lengthen up through the spine. Inhale and exhale to nod the chin. Soften the knees, roll it down. Inhale, hold. And exhale, squeeze the bum, engage the abs, and roll it up. Now put the legs together for me. You're going to take the circle with you and you're going to roll down. So squeeze the legs and just roll back down to the floor. Squeeze the bum. Bring the arms over. Inhale, lift, engage the underarm muscles, and then exhale. Flexing forward and reaching. And that's it. And inhale to roll off the back of the sit bones. Underarm muscles draw down towards the hips. Bring it over. Inhale to lift, engage, and exhale. Reach forward. Inhale to roll off the back of the sit bones. Sit. Nice. So we lift the arms, engage the abs, squeeze the bum, squeeze the legs, reaching forward, and then we just sit up tall, just sit up straight. And now just put the ring to the side and bring the legs nice and wide, pull the toes back, and bring the palms to the front. You're going to inhale to rotate, thumb down at the back, exhale, head down to the knee. Inhale to stack the spine and lift the thumb and bring it to the front. Inhale to rotate, thumb down to the back, exhale, head down to the knee. Inhale to stack the spine, lift the thumb and bring it to the front. Inhale to rotate, thumb down at the back, exhale, head down to the knee. Inhale to stack the spine, lift the thumb and bring it to the front. Last side. That's bring it to the front. Now bring the one leg on the inside of the side. Inhale to lift and reach the arm off the bent knee, and then you glide down on the inside of the thigh. That's engage the abs and anchor that. Engage the abs, squeeze the bum, and then you lengthen back up. And then bring the arm down. Now just switch over. So we sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the arm, pull the toe back and exhale to slide down the inside of the leg. Engage the abs, squeeze the bum, lengthen up. And then bring the arm down. That's now we're going to do side leg work. Okay. So the side leg work, we are going to do like this. Follows. You can grab your little band. So you need to loop that. Okay. So now put it around the ankles. Lay onto your side. That's it. Now make sure that rib cage is lifted. Shoulder blades lie together, lower rib into the body. And to lift. Lift the head in front there. Now lift up and forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Tap the toe in the front, lift it, tap the toe at the back. Keep that rib cage lifted so the eye line is forward. Even back neck extension, supporting the head. Last set. That's it. Lift up. Now bring it back and you're going to pulse up and away. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it forward in line with the other leg. Lift the lower leg to top leg and bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift and lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift and lower. So lengthen through the toes for me and rather lift lower low, then lifting too high and jackknife. Last one. Now, bring the hand onto the side and bring the palm down onto the floor. That's it. And from here, you're going to tighten the legs, tighten the abs, and then you're going to press up on the arm, lift into a banana smile line, and bring it back down. And exhale to lift. Glide the hand down towards the ankle. 2 more. Last one. That's it. Now, hook that foot out the band. If you have a weight, you can hold it. If you don't have a weight, you can do it without a weight. So bring the leg up to the hand, and then you're going to reach the hand and the foot away from each other. And you can support the neck as well if you want to. Last 3. Very good. Reaching away. Very nice. Okay, from there, we are going to do, okay, I'm going to press up from there. So you bring one leg forward, and the leg that worked, that knee is going to be bent over the other leg, and you're going to lengthen up through the spine, so you're sitting up nice and straight. Pull the toes back, then you look over the shoulder. And lengthen through that spine. Get that spine to lengthen as much as you can. Shoulder blade side together. Forward, and then drop the knee. Now lengthen through the spine, and then you hinge forward a little bit. So, off, just shake the legs. That's it. And then we're going to do the other side. Okay, let's switch that. Okay, so hook that feet into the little band. That's it. Rib cage lifted. Eye line forward. And lift it and flex the foot and bring it down. Inhale and exhale. So the bottom leg is pressing firmly into the floor. And keep on keeping that little bit of a gap here by lifting the rib cage and not collapsing it down onto the floor. That's it. Last 2. 1. Now lift up. Do tiny little circles backwards. And forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it, and we tap down in the front, lift, tap at the back. Lift, tap. 4, 5, 6, 7. Try to keep that torso in a good position. Last 1. Very good. Lift that leg above the other foot. And bring it back the foot, and then pulse up and away. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring it in line with the other foot. Lift the lower leg to top leg and bring it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift and lower. So get that lengthening through the toes for me. Squeezing the legs together. Squeezing the bum together. Making sure that you have a nice firm connection here in the abs as you are lifting. Last 1. Very good. Now bring the palm down on the floor, hand onto the side, tight legs, tight abs, and we're going to press up and bring it back down. And 4. And careful for jackknifing. So just lift low if you feel you're going to jack. That's it. Now from there, you hook your foot out and lift your arm up to the ceiling. You're going to bring the leg to the arm and stretch the hand and the foot away from each other. 3, 4. Press that bottom leg down into the floor. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch and reach. Very good. Going to press up from there. The leg that worked, bring that knee over the leg. Pull the toe back and then rotate towards the back. Look over the shoulder. So you're trying to sit up straight as possible, opening up over the front of the shoulders and breathing. Bring it forward, look forward, drop the knee. Sit, lengthen through the spine, and let's just hinge. Shoulder blades line together. So try to still maintain a straight back. Lengthen spine. Woo. Then release. Just that's it. Now we're going to lay onto our back. Shoulder bridge. Okay. So feet is going to be hip distance apart. And the feet is coming closer to the bum. That's it. Inhale and exhale to just lift up. And bring it back down. And exhale to lift. Bring it back down. And exhale to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now, if you have a circle or a ball or a cushion, you put it between the knees. Bring the legs or the feet in a comfortable position that the feet is anchored, big toes, small toe, heel. Inhale and exhale to lift. Inhale, hold, and exhale to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale and exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Release and down. That's lift, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, release, and exhale down. Inhale, exhale, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, release, and exhale down. Lift. And lift. 1, 2, 3. Release and bring it down. And lift. 1, 2, 3. Release and bring it down. And lift. 1, 2, 3. Release. Bring it down. 1, 2, 3. Release and bring it down. 1, 2, 3. Release and bring it down. Last one. 1, 2, 3. Release and bring it back down. Okay. Now, we're going to take this out and you're going to lift the toes. So the feet is hip distance apart. You're going to lift the hips. Then you're going to move forward with the leg and walk forward with the other leg. You're going to lower it, lift it, bring it back, and lower and lift. Forward, forward, lower, lift. Back, back, lower, 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 lift. Forward, lower, lift. Back, back, lower, lift. Forward, forward, lower, lift. Back, back, lower, lift. Forward, forward, lower, lift. Last one. Lift. Forward, lower, lift, and bring it back. And bring it back down to the floor. Pull the knees into the chest and then just circle the knees clockwise. And circle it anti-clockwise. And then bring the feet back down to the floor. Then from there, we're going to do roll onto the side, press up. Okay, so now arms. And a 4-point kneeling, that's it. You're going to lift the one leg. Then you're going to bring it up to the side, bring it down. Sorry, so lift, out to the side, in, down. Lift, out to the side, 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 down. Lift, out, down. Lift, out, down. Lift, out, down. Lift, out, and down. Okay, now the other one. So we're going to lift, out to the side, down, 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 lift, out, 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 down. 3 more. 2, 1. Very good. Okay. Now just press back into a shoulder stretch. And then bring it back into the 4-point kneeling, gliding the opposite hand and foot away from each other. 2 more. Last set. Very nice. Now, from here, push the spine up to the ceiling and lean the bum towards the heels. Shift the bum gently to the one side. Bring it back to center and shift it to the other side. Bring it back to center. Bring it back into a straight leg. Then from there, lay onto your back. So now, okay. So we're going to lay with the hands, the head, no, sorry, it's not supine. Okay, so we're going to lay, first of all, we're going to do this one. We're going to have the band, which we're going to put around the knees like so. We put the soles of the feet together, and the legs is open. We open it up and close it. Open up, close, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, imprint the spine, lift the knees to tabletop, and we open it out to the side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just isolate. We're going to just keep the one up to the ceiling and just pull the one down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. One knee up to the ceiling and the other one is opening up. Last 2 and 1. Bring it in and bring the feet down. You can take that off and now you're going to lay it onto your front. So this one, you're going to lay with your head on your hands. And your feet is going to be, your knees is going to be apart, your feet is going to be together. And head down. Now shoulder blades slide together, connect the lower abdominals, pressing into the feet, and then exhale to lift the knees. And bring it down, and exhale. So shoulder blades slide together, connect the lower abdominals, squeeze the bum, squeeze in the feet, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so now from there, I want you to open the toes, and you're going to lengthen the legs and squeeze the heels, bring it back. Lengthen the legs and bring it back. Try to lift that knees. Lengthen back and bring it in. Lengthen back, squeezing the heels, bring it back. Lengthen and exhale. Tight abs. 3, 2, press out into a short stretch. Roll up from there onto 4-point B. Take one hand and glide it through. Put the head and the shoulder down on the floor as you stretch. Breathe abdominals. Press up through the hand and other side. Slide the hand through. Bring the shoulder and the head down. Stretch through the fingertips. Press into that heels or the heel of the hand and bring it back to center. Now we're going to do the side bend. So side bend, I want us to do the more intermediate one. So you can do the legs a little further apart, hand in line with the hip, turn the palm up, and then just need to be on the mat here. Inhale to lift and exhale to lengthen the legs. Bring it over. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. So inhale, lift, and exhale. Over. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Other side. So hand in line with the hip. Inhale to lift, and exhale to lengthen the legs. Inhale, lift, and bring it down. Lift it, inhale, exhale. Squeeze thighs. Inhale, lift, and bring it back down. All right, now from there, push up. So we're going to stand onto the edge of the mat. Feet hip distance apart. Inhale to roll down, and exhale to walk forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, into a plank. Squeeze the bum. Now shoulder blades side together, lower it into the body, bring the hip down a little bit. And then bend the elbows. Inhale, 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 and exhale, press up. And then walk back, bending the knees, and then you roll up. That's it. Bring that knees down onto the mat. Bring the hips forward. That's it. So you bring the hips forward for me. That's it. Shoulder blades slide together, lower it into the body. And we bend the elbows. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And exhale, press away. Just adjust your hands if it's not in a good place. In, and exhale. In, squeeze the bum, squeeze the thighs. Inhale, 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 exhale. In, and exhale. In, and exhale. That's it. Now from there, just open the knees and just stretch it out. And then roll it up. The shoulders back. Sit onto your bum. Bring the hands in front of you. You can have a circle or a cushion or whatever. Slide the shoulder blades together and release. So you're trying to sit up tall, pull the toes back, squeeze the bum. So you just draw the shoulder blades together. Just movement in that shoulder blades. 4. That's it. Down. Hands onto the shoulders, elbows circles back. And other direction. Just the neck to the side. Neck to the other side. Bring it up. Now point the toes. Point. Bring the hands, interlace the hands and bring them behind the head. If this is too difficult for you to keep your head straight, then just bring the hands in front of the forehead so that you can have a straight spine. And then we can just rotate. Inhale to center, exhale, engage in the abs. Exhale. Inhale, center, exhale. That's it. Now bring the arms down, bend the knees for me. Want you to sit up nice and tall, look up for me. And then you look down and just hug the knees. Interlace the fingers behind the head, and you're going to lift up, sit up tall. And then you look up to the ceiling. Then you look forward and you bring it back down, hug the knees. Hands behind the head, lift it up, lengthen up through the spine, and look up, look forward, and just relax the body down. Roll that shoulders back, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And shoulder rolls forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to get up. You can stand on a balance band, or you can stand just on your mat, or the easiest to stand on the floor. Feet hip distance apart. You're going to lift one leg. Close the eyes if you can, and keep your balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and lower it down. So you want to lengthen through the spine, engaging the abs, shoulder girdle, shoulder blades slide together, lower rib into the body, and squeeze the glute of the leg that's, the foot is on the floor. Firmly anchor through the big toe, small toe, heel. 3, 2, and 1. And bring the foot down. Inhale. Lift the arms up, and now you're going to swing it through. Exhale. And lift up, inhale, and exhale. Lift up and exhale. One last one, and exhale. That's it. And now I'm going to do a roll down. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale. Close your eyes and roll it down all the way to the floor. Relaxing the body, swinging the arms together and apart. That's it. And exhale to press through the heels, squeeze the bum cheeks, and just roll it up. Glide the hand down to one side, glide the hand to the other side. Then just bring yourself back onto your mat. Just put your one knee forward and tuck the hip. Tuck the tailbone, push the hip to the front, lift the arm and flex over towards the bent knee in front. Flex the stretch. Bring that hands down next to the toes. Lean the bum back towards the heel. Keep the toes down, so hamstring stretch. Shoulder blades slide together, lower into the body. And now the other side. Tuck that tailbone, push the hip to the front. Lift the arm up and flex over towards the bent knee in front. Then bring the arms down next to the toes. Lean it back towards the foot. Shoulder blades slide together. Can you feel that loosening? Hands up to the ceiling. Release. Sit forward onto your mat. Hook your one foot in, hook the other foot in, soles the feet together. Shoulder blades slide together. Clap, clap, clap. Inhale to roll back. Clap, clap, clap. Exhale to come up. Clap, clap, clap. Inhale and exhale. So you're engaging the abs and squeezing the bum. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Last two for me. Last one. Bring the legs down, put the one leg over the other, and then you walk your arms down to the floor, reach. Walk to the one side, stretch. Walk back to center and walk to the other side, stretch. Back to the center, and then you're gonna roll up. Back, switch the legs. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to knock the chin. And just roll it forward. Reaching forward, bring the head down. Breathe and walk over to the one side. Stretch and reach. Walk back to center. Then walk back to the other side. Reach. Then bring it back to center and then walk it back up. Last deep breaths. And exhale. Last one. Beautiful. Hey guys, thank you for joining us today. I'll see you again tomorrow.